All right. Good morning. Ooh, that was scary. Good morning. You are tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie with The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always a few dates to add to your calendar. I hope that you were tuning in to One Street Over, which was on the last hour. If you missed any of that, go ahead and watch that later. Don't watch it now because I'm here. No. And definitely share that show. We had a lot of great information for veterans and also for people that want to be a resource to our veterans. So I hope you all will share that show. Anyways, we're going to start the Go Show now. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for WSGI. Thank you for everybody who's listening. We just pray your hands on this whole show. Just take it exactly where you want it to go. We love you. We praise you. We need you. We surrender to you in the mighty and matchless name of Jesus. Amen. All right. So we have a full hour of calendar information today, and I've asked the beautiful and talented Linda Fletcher, no sound? Okay. Linda Clement to be in here with me today. And because I have so much calendar stuff that I just really want you to hear about that. So we might be having some difficulties. If we are, you might want to log out and log back in and see if that helps. Hopefully, if you are on Facebook watching, can you please let me know if you can hear the show? Because we want to make sure that we are being broadcast out there. So anyways, if you are on Facebook, please put a comment in the show right now just to make sure that we are good. Otherwise, I'm going to just start by going to my Facebook page, because what I did do is I went and let's see here. Yep, we got it. Yeah, we got sound. Okay, so I went to my Facebook page and I shared a whole bunch of events. So that is one great way to kind of be able to see what's going on. So if you go to Lee Marie, which is just Lee and Marie, as if it's a first name and a last name, you will find that. Thank you, Jerry. And so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go to Facebook, and very good. Excellent. All right, I'm getting some comments in here. Yes, you can always put comments. You can message me on Messenger, or you can put them in the show section of the show. Okay, so if you go to my Facebook page and you scroll, you will find a ton of things going on in Robertson County. I already mentioned in the last hour that this Thursday is the last of the cell phone classes, and so it is 9:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. It is a $15 class. You can ask everything that you ever wanted to know about your cell phone. I've gone to the first 3 classes, and it was absolutely amazing because all of us, our lives got changed. You just don't realize how much we do on our phones, but we really do a lot. So I'm just gonna go straight down my Facebook page for starters, and then I'll go back later and fill out some other stuff. But Lego creation time, how fun is this? This is at the Stokes Brown Public Library this Friday at 2 p.m. What kid doesn't like Lego? What adult doesn't like Lego? Get over there. It's Fridays 2 p.m. through, let's see, it's going to be all Fridays through the summer reading program. That's awesome. I think Rose is going to be coming in from the library on Monday to talk more about all the things that are going on at the library this summer. So make sure you tune in Monday as well. Line dance class, of course, you guys know this is beginner friendly. If I run into one more person that tells me I don't know how to line dance or I don't have rhythm, I'm going to hit you on the head. Get out to line dance class. This is not for professional line dancers, okay? This is for people that want to move their bodies and that want to reverse the aging process, okay? That is what exercise does. And you need to get out there because not only are you exercising, but you are being positive and you're making friends. And those are all things that will help you live longer and live happier. Okay. Unearth a story with the Tennessee State Park Ranger. This is tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. And they're going to have a Port Royal State Historic Park Ranger come and visit at the library. And so that is at 10:30 in the Stokes Brown Public Library Community Room. So make sure you get your kiddos out to that. Cruise in tomorrow, 5 p.m., live music, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that is the last Thursday, 2120 Old Highway 31 in Springfield. So that is a cruise-in happening. A Night of Champions is going to be at Springfield Baptist. These are always so fun to bring the kids to. This is going to be Wednesday, July 8th at 6 p.m. And let's see, Jabari Small and Omari Thomas are going to be speaking 6 p.m. And this is actually going to be at the center. So the center, which is right across the street from Springfield Baptist. Okay. And let's see, Family Craft Night, Tuesdays in June and July at 6 p.m. Every week it's a different craft, and they actually have the whole schedule listed. So that's super fun. So it's Tuesday, June 30th at 6 p.m. And then it's going to be all of the family, all of the Tuesdays in June and July at 6 p.m. Good morning, Robertson County. Thursday, July 16th at 7:30 a.m. It's back at Springfield City Hall, 405 North Main Street, back at the normal place. And that's just a half-hour program, and that is absolutely free. You don't need to be a member of anything, although many people are members of the Robertson County Chamber that attend. South Haven is going to be sponsoring it, which is great because I tell you, I love their catering. Their catering is awesome. So hopefully they'll have lots of delicious fruit like they normally do. So you get a briefing of not only the city and the county, but you also get a briefing from the Chamber of Commerce. And so those are always very good, very helpful, and you oftentimes will hear about a lot of things that you don't hear other places. So make sure that you check them out. Right now, we are going to hear from about one of our sponsors.
What does it mean to be locally owned? What does it mean to be family owned? Hi, this is Bob Bell with Austin & Bell Funeral Home. As the fifth generation operator of our funeral home, I can tell you the answer to both these questions is everything. We live here. We are part of this community. Our family and staff are your neighbors and friends. When a death occurs, it is very difficult and trying time. It is a time when you need to be able to rely on and trust your friends. It is a time you can rely on and trust Austin & Bell. Thank you.
We have these items of regret in local news.
Okay, we are back on Go Show. And, all right. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back. Thank you for joining us here. We are going over calendar information. So if you want to go ahead and go to Lee Marie Facebook page, I was scrolling down and reading some of those because there is a lot coming on. I don't know any time of the year that there isn't a lot going on, but there really is. So, and of course, Downtown Square is just coming alive. It's so exciting to have that theater up and running. I know a lot of people have already started going. So make sure you check out the square. Okay, story time, June 24th at 10:30 a.m. over and under. So that is actually today at 10:30 a.m. is story time over at Stokes Brown Public Library. Luncheon Leads for the Chamber is doing a Luncheon Leads sponsored by the Farmers Bank. That is going to be at the Depot, and that is tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. So tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Luncheon Leads. 11 to 12:15. That's loud. Statement. Okay, statement sale is coming to town Wednesday, August 12th to August 15th. And this is something I'm telling you ahead of time because this is a consignment sale that you can put your clothing in. And so you need to know about it ahead of time because it's kind of a detailed process it's like printing out the tags because you have to like enter in the brand, the price, the size and all that. You have to get that printed, at least like a week before, and you have to attach everything. And so it's a long process. So I'm telling you ahead of time because it's a super cool thing. This is going to be at the Robertson County Fairgrounds. It's going to be August 12th to the 15th. But like I said, go on the statement, and that's STATEM !NT. But you can see the link for it on my Facebook page. because I always call it Statement North Middle Tennessee, and it's called the Fall Winter Pop-Up Adult Consignment. And I tell you, I've gotten some amazing brand new things there that still had tags on them, for $5. But it's also a way that you can declutter and downsize your wardrobe. They have clothing, accessories, shoes, belts, scarves, ties, mostly clothes, of course, but it's really great because what you do is you can, I think you can put in up to 200 items into the sale. And then it's kind of fun because every night you can go online and see what's sold of yours and see your little total going up. And then at the end, of course, you get a check mailed to you, and you can also, work a shift and get money that way too. So it's just a fun way to, I had a great time. I made new friends. I had, of course, a lot of helpers help me, tag clothes, and then we all took that stuff down there. And then, if you are a consigner, you get to go in a day early and get, first dibs on the stuff that is like ridiculously priced too low, which is awesome. And anyway, so I just want to tell you, because I know it's a far way off, but I know it's not too early to start getting the clothes ready. So check that out. It's something that's pretty fun. You always run into people, it's a good time. Revival at the Ryman. This is a free event, but it looks like you do need to log in and get tickets for this. This is going to be Sunday, July 26th at 6 p.m. So that is a free event. And then, of course, our Pray for TN event in Robertson County will be Saturday, July 18th at noon. And that is going to be on our beautiful historic courthouse stairs. So I hope that you will come out for this. Every county in Tennessee is doing a Pray for TN event. And this is going to be the third annual. And so I think Brother T is our point person for that, T. Rawls. He's also the one that puts music on our playlist here. So reach out to him if you would like to be involved in that. Also, I do hope that your churches will be putting out this beautiful graphic in their, slideshow or PowerPoint, whatever they call it these days. I guess I'm dating myself, slideshow. Or in your bulletin, those of you that still have a paper bulletin, please put in the Saturday, July 18th, 12 o'clock noon event in your get it in your publicity, because or your calls. I know a lot of you guys do a one call system where people get calls or texts. So July 18th, this will be here before you know it, and we would love to have a record turnout. The first year we did it was the year that we were able to link hands a complete circle around the courthouse. And when that happened, the minute I saw that happen, I burst out in tears, because that was my goal, was to get enough people. And I think some of you remember seeing me out there trying to measure how many people that would be. I was by myself. So I'd go like this with my hands. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. And I went, of course, I only did one side, and then I multiplied it by 4 because, I was thinking. So anyway, I realized how many people that would take. And I said that was my goal, but I was scared to say it on air because I was like, oh no, if I fall short, But I did say it on air, and we did do it, and I did cry, and it was wonderful. And so I would love to, and like Billy Vogel said, he said, it'd be great to have 2 circles around that square. Like, yes, that would. So can we do that for Billy Vogel? Can we do 2 circles around the square? All right, I'm going to put that challenge out there. Okay, Brother T, you got your work cut out for you now. Well, no, everybody, let's all work together. We all can we could do it. We could do 2 circles around and we'll say it's 2 circles for Billy. Okay. All right. So the challenge is out there. And if every church did what Grace did the first year, let me tell you, the first year I was looking, and I'm like, there are a lot of Grace people here. And afterwards I counted. I'm like, I think I counted 50 people alone from Grace Baptist in Springfield. And so I went to find out, and guess what? They had printed out a bulletin and put it in their bulletin. Hey, Adam, how you doing? You want to come on stand over by Linda, and you can wave at the camera? All right, Adam Kasulka, Robertson County's newest homeowner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw pictures of your new house.
Yep.
Amazing. Very cool. Well, thanks for coming in and saying hi.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed day today.
You too.
You look awesome. Yeah, he just bought a house. I'm sure it was from Cindy Norton. I'm guessing. All right, very cool, excellent. So, yeah, we have so many great realtors in this area. It's just and great homes, and I just love Robertson County. Anyways, oh yeah, so I found out that Grace Baptist had put in their bulletin a little flyer about the event, and they had really encouraged their people, and their church won. Okay, so they won as far as the first Pray for TN. They had more people there than any other church. So I'm just telling you right now, if every church does this, we will be able to make 2 rings around for Billy. All right, I said it. Free ice cream and real estate advice. Oh my goodness, does it get any better than that? This Saturday, 10:30 a.m. at 801 Memorial Boulevard, free ice cream and real estate advice. Let's see who is doing this one. This is Century 21. So there you go, 2 hours of free ice cream and real estate advice. Thanks for sending that over to me. Sometimes people will just randomly send me things on Messenger, and that's totally fine. I can't possibly share them all because that's all I would be doing. But some of them, when they're fun or when they include free ice cream, I usually okay, this Saturday, oh goodness, y'all need to go to this. This Saturday, Seeds of Hope Tour of Gardens. Miss Linda, have you been out to that yet? She's on a delay, so she probably hasn't heard me yet. Have you been to the Seeds of Hope Tour of Gardens? If not, y'all need to go to this. Okay, it's a wonderful fundraiser for cancer patients in Robertson County, because that all the money goes directly to them. And here's the deal: it's a I'm trying to think of how many. Yesterday we had Mo James on, and she did a wonderful job. You know, she's our favorite local Master Gardener graduate, and she's also a volunteer. She's also been featured. Her garden has been featured at this, and okay, I'm trying to look to see how many gardens it's going to be. I don't see this on their invitation, but you can go to their page because I'm sure it's probably about 10 gardens. I couldn't even get to all of them last year, but the ones I did were absolutely amazing. I got so many great ideas for that. Tickets are $25 for adults. Kids 12 and under are free. So, hey, homeschool families, this is a great thing to bring your kids to do you want to be on air? And why don't you come in here and give Linda a hug and wave to our people? There's Stephen Astaire, my favorite guy in the universe. And Linda's favorite guy, too. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day out there. Be safe. I love when people just come in and make little cameos. Anyways, this is the 4th annual Seeds of Hope Tour of Gardens. And oh yeah, homeschool families. This is a great educational opportunity, going out to all these gardens and farms. I know Moringa Tree is going to be one of the locations. You know, Gina Webb is doing an amazing job out there in White House, growing all things organic and healthy. This is a perfect education opportunity. Homeschool families, get out there this Saturday. You're going to want to start as soon as it opens, because they're also going to be doing door prizes. I believe every single stop has a little raffle ticket that you can fill out and put it in. And so they have a lot of raffle tickets raffle prizes as well. So great education opportunity, all while you are supporting folks in Robertson County who have had cancer. So what a great thing that Martha's Song is doing. And if you see those bluebirds around, that's what that is promoting. So I know that I've been seeing them everywhere, which is great. I love that idea. Seeds of Hope Garden Tour this Saturday. Make sure you go out. All right, there's the little cell phone man with a big question mark coming out of his ear. So just a reminder, this coming Thursday.
Last year, my next door neighbor.
Oh, was one of them? Go ahead. You can talk into the microphone.
Last year, my next door neighbor had her garden. It's not really a garden. Mm-hmm. It's the flowers, and she was one on the tour, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Very cool. Yes, and Rebecca has been and she has flowers too. Now, I don't think you can take those off now if you want. Then you can be able to hear me in real time. Linda is the one, ladies and gentlemen, who sits behind the scenes every single. Right. every single Wednesday, and listens on the headphones for strange things that might be happening outside. But this time I want her to be in here so she could take those off because then she can hear me in real time. So last year you had your neighbor was in it.
Right.
Okay. And then Rebecca's flower house or whatever it's called. What is her farm called?
Whole Farms.
Whole Farm, Made Whole.
Made Whole.
Made Whole, which is a great place to get flowers, by the way. I'm assuming she's doing it again this year.
I'm not sure if she.
Well, yeah, she's not in the tour, but
Right.
but her flowers are up and
Oh,
running. Right?
definitely.
Okay. Let's put this down closer to you and a little bit further down.
She had absolutely beautiful hanging baskets and butterfly bushes. You know, the regular nurseries sell those for $30. She's selling them for like $10.
Oh my goodness.
For the butterfly bushes.
Wow.
And that's amazing. I think she still has some left if everybody's interested.
Ooh, all right. We'll get out to Made Whole Farms in Barren Plains,
Right.
on Minnis Road. And yes, so Rebecca's place was one of the stops. It was either last year or the year before. I think it was the
last year.
Was it last year? Okay. All right. So back to our calendar items. So again, that's this Saturday is when the Seeds of Tour is happening. Okay. So tomorrow is our last chance for the cell phone class. It's only $15. We have enjoyed it tremendously, I want to tell you. And I had Abigail on the last hour from the VSO, and she said, yeah, we need some more of these. So if you are interested, please let us know what days and times are good for you, and then we'll just see what's the best for everyone, and we'll do another series because, now that we're all doing, we use our phone as our computer, as our, everything. We need to get more familiar, especially with security. And I want to mention something right now. First of all, I want to tell you that there's going to be a special place in hell for people who scam seniors, okay? Special place in hell for them. And if I hear of one more scamming of seniors, I tell you, I'd get so upset. I just heard of another senior that I know that got scammed out of a lot of money. Now, I know that as we all age, we don't have as much of our brain in control as we used to. And that is a fact. I was talking with some people last night and I said, yeah, I know that the older, there we go. Much better. The older we get, we tend to remember things from our childhood more because those, we tend to remember because they're different compartments of our brain. So that's why, like, the older we get, sometimes we can't remember what we did yesterday or what we had for lunch today, but we can remember, like, our second grade teacher's name. And that is a normal thing. We start to remember more of our, it's a different part of your brain. Anyways, what I'm saying is it's so easy to get scammed. And there are people in warehouses, especially in other countries, but they're all over. And they are trained in psychology, and they're trained in how to scam you on your phones, on your computers, on your on text messaging. They know how to do it. And people are falling prey every single hour to these internet scams, phone scams, texting scams. And I just heard of another friend that got scammed out of a lot of money. So I just want to tell you a couple of things. If you are, it can happen to any age. It really can. It just seems to me the older that we get, the more confused we can get very easily. But I can get confused very easily just because I'm always doing a lot of stuff. But we all can get confused easily. So I just want to say, always run things by other people that you trust. If something sounds too good to be true, or they want you to give any type of your information, your email or your bank account, your social security number, anything that involves money, guys, have somebody designated that they're going to be the person you talk to. Also, if you are a caretaker or a helper for one of these people, maybe in your family or a friend, go to the bank together and just put some safeguards on your account. Like this person cannot charge over, $200 without this other person's approval or something like that. Now, what that does, it doesn't just, protect that person. Like, it also protects if somebody else takes their card. Okay. So say say Linda wants to buy something and it's, $500. All of a sudden I get called and it says Linda wants to buy something for $500. Well, then I'll call Linda and say, are you at Belk and you're buying, whatever? Yes, I am. Okay, great. Then it goes through. However, if somebody just stole Linda's information and they're trying to buy, a car or whatever, or, something worth a lot of money, and I get the message, Linda wants to, buy, a cruise or whatever, I will call Linda. So Linda, you didn't tell me that you were going to Alaska. And she says, I'm not. I go, well, aren't you buying a cruise ticket right now? No, I'm not. All right, thank you. Then we have that safeguard in place and nobody else can, it's just an extra thing.
Right. See, the bad thing about that is they look at what you look at on the computer, and they know what, like, say you buy something from Belk all the time online. Well, then you'll see a scam come through for Belk that you can get something at some amazing price, and you put it in to try to get it, and it's a scam.
Right. That is exactly right. And with AI, they know all of your interests, and so that is a very good point. And because you think like, oh, well, I was just at Belk. That's so great. They're saying like, oh, you were here recently and we're going to reward you. We're going to give you more of the special makeup that you want, and just, send us $49 and you're going to get, $300 worth or whatever. Don't do it. Okay. Anything. I mean, there are more and more scams now on our phones.
If it's too good to be true, it usually
probably
is.
Yes. And there's certain companies, I know Boot Barn is one of them, UPS, FedEx, all of these, I get these emails and they look legit because they got their little picture, little Boot Barn picture. Like who else would use that logo? A scammer, and then the email looks legit, the website looks legit. And like someone was telling me, Nick was telling us in the cell phone class, because we had a day about security. He said, oftentimes, it just looks different. It'll be like bootbarn1.com or whatever. They're so tricky.
Right.
They hide the information. And so they get this fake email or a fake website. And then you think, all I have to do is send $7.95 and I get this, $100 hat.
That's another thing to look for. Look at those addresses. If it's some weird, wonky looking address, it's not for real.
And oftentimes they will use P.O. boxes and sometimes, P.O. boxes in other countries. But yeah, anytime, just don't do it.
Well, the email addresses are the wonky things,
Email
if
address.
It's Lands End at xyz.com.
Yeah.
You go, what is that?
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Right. So don't be clicking. And also a lot of these things that you get that you click for, and I know I have still 4 sponsors to do. You click on, these links. Don't be clicking on links on your phone. And if you all of a sudden wonder like, why are there 6 games on my phone? It's because you clicked on one of these bad links and they put these games on there. Now those games are like watching you, they're recording stuff, they're sending stuff back. So those games aren't just an innocent game there. They're there doing other, mischievous things. So moral of the story is, if you're going to buy stuff, well, first off, you should shop local. Because I was in Historic Perk yesterday and there was a great sign on the outside that said something like 64 cents of every dollar stays local, So first off, if you're going to buy stuff, first try local. If you can't and you need something rushed by Amazon, well, go on your Amazon account. But, don't be don't be clicking on these links that you get randomly because more and more of them are scams.
And that goes back to what Lee Marie always says. Don't stay on your phone. Don't stay on your computer. Don't sit in your chair and just look at the screen all the time. Ask a neighbor, a friend, hey, I'd like to go such and such. Can I pick you up and go?
Exactly.
Go with me?
Exactly. Good point.
Get out. Enjoy life. Enjoy people.
Right. That's a good point. And the thing is when we are on our phones scrolling forever, we get mesmerized.
Right.
And it's very easy to get sucked in, especially like whatever you're, and you start watching them and you wonder why you just keep seeing these reels and reels after that same stuff that you love, because it's addicting and it can be used in a very bad way. So I'm not saying it's all bad, in moderation, but just know what you're doing. And definitely there are scammers out there and they are just getting thousands and thousands of dollars from people.
Do you ever wonder why, let's just say, I'm a big crafter, and I like to make homemade cards. So I'll look at a site about homemade cards. Now, on my computer, all day long, I get all of these links about homemade cards and how to do this and how to do that. So they watch everything you do. You have to be very careful.
That's right. Very good point. Okay, so I do want to thank some people that are making the Go Show possible. Coldstream Christian Camp. It's summer camp time, guys. We are right in the thick of it. So you can go on their Facebook site and you can see all of the dates. I know that many of them are all full, but I think that there might be a waiting list on some of them. So every year they have these wonderful camps at Coldstream. If you have not been out there yet, you need to go visit them. They are right here in Adams, although it feels like you are just a long ways away. Their address is 4730 Goodman Road in Adams. You can check out their website at coldstreamchristiancamp.org. That's coldstreamchristiancamp.org, or you can give them a call at 615-696-2208. Coldstream Christian Camp. I know they're also always looking for volunteers and helpers with different projects, because it takes a lot to run, a nonprofit and to run something like this and to make it so special for the kids. And remember, you're sowing into the kingdom anytime you do something over there. And how awesome is that going to be when you're in heaven and you start running into people or kids that say, I found the Lord at Coldstream Christian Camp, and because of you. And I remember, you came and did that, whatever. It's just going to be awesome. You want those, that's where you want to lay your treasures up. So Coldstream Christian Camp, we appreciate them being one of our longtime sponsors. And also, you saw Steven recently, and he had his Ridgetop Mower shirt on. Ridgetop Mower is also one of our favorite sponsors here at the Go Show. Gary is awesome. He is right here in Springfield, so don't get confused. It's called Ridgetop Mower. It's in Springfield, 1101 Matthews Street. If you're having any problems at all with your mower, make sure you tell him Lee Marie sent you and ask for that 10% off parts and labor. Gary is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. No, that's South Side. Gary's open, I believe, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and also 8 a.m. to noon on Saturdays. But give him a call to make sure he's there, because he does a lot of charity work. So, if there's a nearby problem that has happened, he might be out there with his chainsaw helping someone. So his number is 615-855-0044. Again, that's 615-855-0044. Gary Rastelli at Ridgetop Mower of Springfield.
Like Gary and Rhonda are really big in the community. They do a lot for everyone. They're great people. So
They are.
So support them.
I'm glad you mentioned Rhonda, because it's a great segue to talk about her free classes that she is doing. So let me see here.
A walk
yes,
with Rhonda.
thank you. I almost forgot about that. Walk and Talk with Rhonda starts July 9th. And that's going to be July 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. So basically every Thursday after 4th of July holiday. And that's from 8:30 to 9. So it says, start your day with a welcoming half hour of connection and encouragement. So how cool. I want to do it. You want to do it?
Rhonda is the nicest, most considerate, thoughtful person.
Oh, do you hear that, Rhonda? I hope you're listening. We'll have to share the show with her. She is awesome. And she's also wanting to start up a support group for parents that have estranged relationships with their adult children. She noticed that is like an epidemic. So, but she's looking for what day and what time. So she asked for you to reach out to her. Let's see, her email is Rhonda, RHONDA, at mind-renewal.com. Again, that's Rhonda at mind-renewal.com. Her phone number, you can text her at 615-266-3024. She is a psychiatric nurse practitioner. She's a counselor. She is so patient. And like you said, so kind. And so Rhonda Rastelli, we love you. And we are looking forward to your Walk and Talk with Rhonda, AKA Help Me, Rhonda. Okay. Let me go back to our Facebook page here. Like I said, I am going to be sharing even more stuff on the Lee Marie page, but, and if you have something you want me to consider to be mentioned on the Go Show, please PM me, private message me on Facebook. That is the easiest way. If you have my cell number, you can also text me, but I'm not giving it out quite on air all the time, because then I suddenly get these people from other countries that, Anyway, yeah, I only want local people as far as calendar items. I really want it to be local. So we're talking Robertson County or like kind of within an hour or so, because there are a lot of good things that do come up that aren't in Robertson County, but I try to keep it pretty local. Stained glass. Now, this is going to be this Saturday at 11 a.m. This is a $35 class at the Well in the Square. Stained glass. They're going to make you little honeycombs. And so this lady has a business. I'm going to bring that up here. Shepherd's Glass House is who is doing this particular workshop. And so you will learn how to foil and solder your stained glass pieces. So it's a perfect introduction to stained glass. So you'll be able to choose from multiple colors and textures to create your own honeycomb. And plus a little cute bee accent piece. I know Linda loves her little accent pieces when she's doing the cards and the journals. So cost is $35, and it says sign up through her or through Well in the Square. And it's going to be limited to only 15 students. So if you want to learn how to do stained glass, you better get signed up pretty early because she is limiting that class. Okay, talking about Carla and crafting. Carla's gotten stuff. By the way, guess whose birthday today is? Yep, June 24th. This is Carla's birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Carla. We love
birthday,
you.
Carla.
You are our favorite crafter in the universe. Okay, let's see. Let me find her classes on here. She is going to be doing, let's see. I know it's on here. Watercolor card making. That is going to be super fun. Okay, so watercolor card making with Carla is going to be Saturday, August 22nd, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It says, always have a unique and customized card ready for any occasion. This will save you time and money. Anything that saves me time and money, I'm all over that. So watercolor card making with Carla on Saturday, August 22nd. No, that's a little bit far off, but put it in your calendar now. I know she's doing some other stuff. She's doing successful homeschool tips. She was a very successful homeschool mom. She had kids all different ages. She was doing it at the same time. She is going to be doing a successful homeschool tip class on Saturday, July 25th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It says, join an experienced homeschool parent to hear proven tips, organization strategies, and real world advice. So that's with Carla. Carla also is going to be doing a Sewing 101 class. She did this before, and this is backed by popular demand. We have it starting on July 9th. So the same day that Rhonda's Walk and Talk starts is the same day Sewing starts, Sewing 101. This is beginner friendly, but any level is welcome to hang out and be a part of our sewing community. It's $79 for 4 days, July 9, 16, 23, and 30. And it's $79 early bird, $99 for late bird. So if you sign up after June 30th, it's $99, and that's for the whole series, cash, check, or Venmo. Something else is starting on that same day. Steven's stretching class. Where is that? Steven's stretching class is going to be right. Why can't I? Oh, here we go. Stretch for Wellness. This is Thursdays, July 9th, 9:30 to 10. So that is before sewing, but after Rhonda's Walk and Talk. So if y'all want to come over on Thursdays and just hang out the whole morning and lunch with us at after sewing, we might want to go over to Itchy Bonds because they are doing their lunch specials. I think their lunch specials are good to like 3. So sewing gets out at 1:30. We can all go over there and have lunch specials. I love their vegetable hibachi plate. Anyway, they're not a sponsor yet. Anyways, Steven's stretching class, learn how to increase your oxygen intake and agility and improve your overall health. You don't want to fall. Anybody. Falling is not good for your body unless you know how to tuck and roll. But, normally when we're at our house, we're not, planning on tucking and rolling. We like get tripped by a dog or something. Like that's what happened to my mom. Before my wedding, my mom was at her boyfriend's house and she turned to walk and did not know that their dog was right behind her. And she went over and broke her shoulder. So at the wedding, she's got a sling on. Guys, I've also heard of a lot of stories when people fall, it leads to so many other things. Don't fall. All right. Take these stretching classes so that you get better balance. Another class that will help you get better balance is Cindy's class. She's coming back. Cindy Norton. You've taken Cindy Norton.
Of the band stretching.
Yes, band stretching. She's also going to be doing some other aerobic stuff. Now, this is going to be starting Friday nights. Friday night starting June 26th, 6:15 p.m. to 7 p.m. No class on August 7th. But she's going through. Matter of fact, I asked her, I said, well, the 3rd is on a Friday. You're going to do a class? She said, yes. So there's no first Friday in July in Springfield. They're not doing that merchant thing because the 4th is Saturday the next day. But on the 3rd of July, we can still go to the square. We can all go to Cindy's class. So anyway, it's called Fun Fitness, and it is.
And she is the most energetic fitness.
Isn't she?
Yeah. If you can keep up with Cindy, you've done something.
That's right. That's right. But she's very patient too,
Very patient, and she, for a beginner, which that was me,
Mm-hmm.
and she was very patient and really, when you get through, you're a good kind of tired.
Yes.
It makes you feel alive.
Uh-huh. Definitely. Very cool. Excellent. And also, let me see. Her class is only $7. So make sure you get in on that and tell your friends because, again, it's just wonderful. All right. It's already 1:45 and we have 2 other people to thank. We have our Southside. Southside, I love their window display with the big flag. Oh, Leslie does a great job, doesn't she?
Leslie does a beautiful job on everything.
Leslie, you should be a window decorator and start marketing those services and go up and down Main Street because there's some of us that could use your help. Although mine's looking nice. I don't know if you've been by Well in the Square lately.
I have.
We spiffied it up because, we had the pressure of Crossroads next door. I mean, they if there's going to be a window contest, matter of fact, there should be. Chamber of Commerce should do a window contest for Main Street. Maybe we'll do one. Anyway, Crossroads windows are just like beautiful. All 250 everywhere. Big, Anyway, Southside is down the street, just past the theater. And they are at 1000 South Main Street. And I love being able to just pull up and go in and get what I need. You know what I mean? That is something Walmart can never do, unless you're like a police officer or you can find a handicap spot if you're handicapped. But otherwise, you need to park far. And I'm noticing I'm having to park farther and farther out of Walmart.
It's not just the parking. You wait in line forever.
That's true. That's true. So I'm not dissing Walmart because they got so much stuff that, I still have to go there every other day. But when I need something quick, just go to Southside. And it's not like it's that much more money. Sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it's cheaper.
And it's well worth it.
Yeah. That's true. You get a
And
family.
they're friendly and helpful there.
That's true.
And you should always shop local if you can.
That's right. That's right. Send your money back here into Robertson County. If you want to see everything that they cover, you can go to southsidedrugco.com, southsidedrugco.com. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6, Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12. And yes, they will fit you for compression stockings, which can make a huge difference in your life. I am now a believer. Southside, make sure you tell them Lee Marie sent you. Our last person to thank is our great friends and neighbors over at UPS Store. Did you want to talk about them?
Well, what is there to say? UPS does everything.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we have Deborah Grant there, which if you need a hug, that's where you go.
That's right. Amen. We got to see her last night. And she's always ready to help. Like Linda said, what don't they do? Like, I don't know. Maybe they don't walk dogs. They can package your stuff so it doesn't get busted. They have mailboxes if you don't want, porch pirates stealing your stuff. They have notary. They can do blueprints. And then, you know what she told me? They do mailings out to people where they'll even create the mailer and the cost of the actual piece is included and they'll mail it.
And they make beautiful banners.
Oh, yeah. The banners. Yep.
And I've got to tell y'all, I fell in love with these things. Have you seen the fans that you put your face on?
Oh,
Or like a graduate, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Those fans are.
They
they're
make those?
awesome. Yes.
Oh.
They make wonderful gifts, especially for graduates or the bride and groom, or where you put the face on the fan and hold it up. Those things are awesome.
Oh, I didn't realize that they made those. I think I might have to get some. Okay, anyway, UPS is located at 513 Memorial Boulevard. Their phone number is 615-384-0093. Again, that's 615-384-0093. Make sure you tell them Lee Marie sent you. We got so many cool things coming up. This is going to be super cool. Heart to Heart Marriage Series. Linda, you got to find a groom by then. This is for married couples. This is going to be 6 Saturdays in a row, starting July 25th. So David and Sheila Bird are putting this on. They're Christian counselors, and they are amazing. And they have some wonderful interactive and fun communication tools to share with us. This is going to be only $99 for a couple if you are an early bird. So make sure you register before 7-Eleven. Easy to remember, right? 7-Eleven. Otherwise, after that, it's $125. Still well worth it. I would love to see all the churches get this out. And Sheila did make a bulletin size card here. So you can get this graphic. Just ask her. She will send you that graphic. You can get it in your PowerPoint. You can also get it in your bulletin. You guys, the enemy is after our marriages. The enemy is after our families. We need to, every so often, make sure that we are going into the tool belts that we have available. And this is one that has not been offered yet here in Robertson County. And so we all want you to take advantage of it. We can take quite a few couples because it is going to be in the big ballroom. So the first 5 nights are going to be, interactive and just things that, learning. But then the last night is date night finale, and that is on August 29th is a date night finale. So they have a lot of wonderful things planned for this. They've put so much time and thought into this. I hope that all the married couples out there will invest in your marriage and do this. Okay, so it is, again, starting July 25th. It's going to be 5 p.m., and that's going to run July 25th, August 1st, 8th, 15th, August 22nd, and then the date night finale is August 29th. For more information, you can message Sheila Bird or you can text her at 615-944-8441. Again, that's 615-944-8441. So, there you go. Heart to Heart Marriage Series. And if anyone is listening and you have a marriage workshop or a vibrant marriage ministry that you're involved with, I would really love to have that information so that I can share it. Because when I first started here at WSGI and I was helping Laverne I was helping book things. I said, first off, well, who's got a rockin' recovery program? At that time, South Haven was the #1 recovery program. I had them in on her show. And then I started calling the churches and I said, well, who's got the rockin' marriage ministry? And I heard crickets. So if you got one out there, we don't know about it and we want to hear about it.
Well, actually, our minister, Arlen Smith, has had several sermons on marriages and how it's hard to explain, but he's awesome and he's a great person to talk to and minister to you if you have problems and things. And he has some great advice.
Awesome. Very good. And Arlen was on Laverne's show not too long ago. I think it was last Friday. And, or maybe, well, it was last week sometime. Anyway, I heard that Arlen's men's breakfast last Saturday was awesome.
It was. We had like 27 guys there.
Nice.
And Grandma's homemade biscuits.
Nothing beats Betty's biscuits.
We had 3 different types of eggs, sausages, the sausage dogs, the pancake sausage dogs.
And you had a great speaker.
Bacon, eggs, and we had an awesome speaker. The mayor spoke.
Buzzy Pool.
And he told his whole life story.
Oh, wow.
And it was so interesting. He's a very interesting man.
Awesome.
And it was great to hear from him.
Very cool. Well, I heard that you were a rock star there and helping out and bringing lots of food. So thank you for all what you do for the community. Goodness, she's doing a lot as well. So all of that was about our marriage ministry stuff. But there is, if you look, this little brochure here, you can pick it up at Crossroads or you can pick it up at the center or you can pick it up at Springfield City Hall inside the lobby there. There's some there. Also, they're just online. You can go to the Well in the Square Facebook page. There are some free classes that are coming up. I'm going to be doing a couple free line dance classes. One will be Saturday, July 11th, and one will be Friday, June 26th. So Saturday 11th is actually going to be a fun day because we have a few things scheduled for that day. Homeopathy, where is that? I know. Okay, Discover Homeopathy. This is with Pat Samler, who I know a lot of you have been getting to know because she's been coming on Health Freedom Friday. She's going to be doing a Become Familiar with Commonly Used Remedies for Wellness. It's a $15 class, and this includes the book, and it's from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Saturday, July 11th. And let me tell you how much money and pain and that she has saved me from having to have, because she has helped me with my dogs numerous times for
She's
a
awesome.
fraction of the cost.
She is awesome.
Isn't she? And she's a solid Christian. She and her husband, they had a church for like 20 years or so in Nebraska. So she's solid. And she's going to do Discover Homeopathy. And you can also see her website at myhomeopat.com. And that was born on last Friday's Health Freedom Friday because her website is about this long. And I said, you need something smaller. So we went over to Well on the Square and I said, well, we wanted homeopat.com, but someone already had that. But My Homeopat was available. So that is now her new website. So go to myhomeopat.com and check it out. I actually drove to her in Ashland City a couple days ago because I was having an emergency, or, I needed something for my dog that I knew would help him. And she's awesome. Anyway, she's going to be doing that class Saturday, July 11th, and from 12:30 to 2. Well, then stay in town because the legendary Mark Thomas is coming to town to do a songwriters workshop. And he's amazing. He's the choir director for Sunday Morning Country, but he's also in Music City Quartet. He does so much. He's an amazing piano instructor, voice instructor, and he is going to be sharing with us songwriting advice. And so this is going to be Saturday, July 11th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. You can also, if you want to bring along a song in your lyric sheet for possible critique, if there is time, then he will be able to look over that. We really don't know how many people are going to be here because this is the first time we've done it. So it's all levels are welcome. I know about 4 friends that are already going, but it's 12 and up. It's $25 cash or Venmo, and it is going to be an hour and a half class, 5 to 6:30 p.m., which is just amazing to be in front of somebody like this for $25. So take advantage of Mark Thomas's songwriter class because we really would love to see him do more stuff at the Well, but we're going to need to have y'all show up, Robertson County. You're not going to want to miss that. So July 11th is a great day to stay in town and take advantage of several of those classes. We only have 4 minutes left. I don't know.
That was a great segue for me to say, if you have any ideas of classes that you'd like to have at the Well, just text Lee Marie and see what she can work out, because your input matters. And so if anybody has any ideas or things that they would like to have a class on, throw that idea at Lee Marie.
That's how sign language started.
She is absolutely the idea person.
Well, I love to see the community connecting, and we all need each other, and we all have things that other people need. Like Linda is my lifesaver out there. She comes and she helps me every single Wednesday. And there's so many people that might be just at home, not doing stuff. You are the missing puzzle piece to somebody's life.
Right.
We're connected. We are a puzzle and we need each other. So, and I need more puzzle pieces in my life because the Well, it can't do what it can do without my other puzzle pieces. Right. And I really, in the beginning, when I was like, Lord, do you want this to happen? Because it feels like it's going to be a hard thing, but he said, my people are dying because of a lack of knowledge. And so we need each other. We need to be like, hey, this works, this doesn't work, or try this. I mean, things don't, obviously, we're not doctors. We know, not everything is black and white as far as, this will work for you 100%. But We know a lot of people with a lot of solutions. Shannon Baumgartner is another one. Matter of fact, I found out she does every fourth Friday, which means she's going to be on this Friday.
Right.
Shannon is wonderful. All of us have gone through some type of trauma in our life. Guess what? It's not, everybody has. And a lot of us carry that with us. We haven't released that bitterness. We haven't forgiven others or forgiven God or forgiven ourselves. And so Shannon is someone who can walk alongside you for free and help you with that. And that will affect your whole life and all of your activities.
Right. So the next time Shannon has a class, I encourage everyone to come to it. I went through 10, 12 weeks, whatever.
That
of
was
it.
awesome.
And it was awesome. I didn't miss a single week because you don't know what's going to happen next, and it's so awesome. And she can help you through things that problems you didn't even know you had.
That is such a good point. That is so true. Yeah. And a lot of things, stem from, way back, and we were like, wow, I didn't know that I was carrying that around. So yeah, Shannon is another one. And like Linda said, let us know what, so sign language, that's what I was going to say. Rocio came to me, she works in the school district, and she said, I would love to learn sign language, and I know some other teachers that would love it too. I said, well, hey, I know a wonderful sign language instructor. Called her up. We're now in our second 7-week series of sign language. Sometimes I say line dance instead of sign language. I don't know why. Anyway, sign language. So we're doing American Sign Language at the Well. We're gearing up to schedule the 3rd series. So we need to find out. I did hear from some homeschoolers. They want something in the daytime that's not a nighttime. But I need to get the numbers. She can't just show up for 5 people. Right. So like Linda said, let us know what you want to see taught, when you want to see it taught, because there's a lot that we can do. Is it really 8:59? How did that happen, Miss Linda? I think I should have you on.
Time flies when you have fun, doesn't it?
No, I think I should have you on more often. Also, the monthly worship night is going to happen this Friday at the Fontanelle Mansion. We went last month. It was very nice. It's free. They just play music. They just play straight music, and there was a little message at the end. But it was really wonderful.
And it's a very beautiful place,
isn't it? I love it there. Yeah, they're recently, I think they have a new owner, and so they're doing a lot of new stuff. They had recently had a ribbon cutting, and so anyway, scroll on my Facebook page. I do have that on there, as well as all of the benefits of line dancing: great exercise, improve balance, coordination, improve your heart, social fun, sharpens the mind, reduces stress, boosts confidence. That's a big one. Right. A lot of people. I mean, who really has that much confidence to be on the dance floor?
I'll tell you another resource is and I just recently started doing it, and I love it. The newsletter from the chamber.
Oh, yeah.
It tells you every ribbon cutting, every new thing coming to town. Mm-hmm. It's so informative. So if you haven't done that, sign up for it.
That is an excellent point. Just go to the Chamber of Commerce, Robertson County Chamber of Commerce, scroll to the bottom, and it says like subscribe to email or subscribe to newsletter. And every single Wednesday morning, which one came out this morning very early, it lists a lot of things. It doesn't list everything. Matter of fact, I don't even think I got my update in because I was so busy with my sister and brother-in-law who were in town for the first time. I was so happy about that I kind of let some things slip out of my mind. But it's okay. It was worth it. Anyways,
we're trying to talk them into moving to Tennessee for Lee Marie.
That would be great. But anyways, yes, Linda had a great point. Go on to the Robertson County Chamber site. And also, their Facebook page has a lot of stuff as well. But that is a great resource. Today's Wednesday. That means tomorrow's Thursday. I will be here. Tomorrow is also my big line dance day because I do 2 line dance classes. I do one 11 to 11:30 and I do one 6 to 6:30. So come on by for some line dance. I know, Linda's looking at the clock. Come out for some line dance fun, fitness, and friends. 2 left feet are welcome. No coordination, no rhythm. I don't care. We just put on good music and run around and get our heartbeat going and get healthy and happy. That's what we're about. We're not about wearing like designer anything or like being all experts and stuffy. We're not that kind of dance studio.
Laugh, have fun, make new friends.
That's right. All right. Well, this has been fun, Linda. I'm definitely going to have you back again real soon. I'm so glad that all of you actually have joined us here, and I will be back tomorrow. As you know, I am filling in for Miss U-Turn Laverne until July 6th so that she can get a lot of projects done that she needs to do. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been 1100 WSGI. See you soon.